forestall that or live longer, whatever the case is, I was interested in. So CoQ10, fish oil, vitamin E, I mean, all that stuff. And when I was about 52 years old, I was playing tennis. I was getting ready for a tennis match. My foot went to sleep. And I thought, wow, how odd. And I thought it might have been a circulatory problem. Long story short, I was diagnosed with spinal stenosis, which is the narrowing of the spinal column, arthritis in my back. I had 2 bulging discs, and I had a cyst that was actually growing right into my spinal column. And until I was about 60 years old, 61, I think, maybe longer, I put up with it. I took 12 to 13, 14 vitamins a day. I tried all kinds of different things, but nothing really worked substantially. And then I stumbled on Protandim and Lysanage, and I ended up first of all sending the video to Carrie because I wanted to get her feedback. I'd never heard of the term oxidative stress, and computers back then weren't really that big of a deal, so I wasn't into Google and trying to do the research myself. And one thing led to another, and I ended up getting onto Protandim. So again, Protandim is not meant to mitigate, treat, prevent any disease, but if you look at PubMed and you put in oxidative stress and arthritis, you'll find hundreds, thousands of studies where it mitigates, it takes down inflammation in the body. So just by getting onto Protandim and stopping all the rest of my regimen, within about 30 to 35 days, I had no more pain in my back. And it's mainly, I'm sure, because of the reduction of arthritis in my back. Now, obviously, I have the structural problem, the spinal stenosis, and my back coming together, my spinal cord coming together. So eventually, which was last year in December, I actually flew out to Germany and I had a very special appliance put in my back to open it up. But again, that's because my vertebrae were closing onto my spinal column and cutting off the nerve roots, and I was having all kinds of issues. I don't have any of those issues anymore. I want to tell you that I am so passionate about our product. And I mean, you've just heard a couple testimonials, but they go on and on and on. I know at the very beginning, Judy Allman and I sat down and we started collecting testimonials from all our people. And I mean, the testimonials were absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I'd read them and I wouldn't believe them. And we had about 200 of them. And then the company started clamping down on making any testimonials, and we didn't want to get anybody in trouble, especially the company. We just put a kibosh on that. But I can tell you that that's the reason that our product is sticky. That's what keeps people hanging around. That's what makes this a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. When Carrie and I looked at this, we thought, my gosh, a $40 product, I mean, unbelievable. Science, incredible. Independent science, unbelievable. And then everything started happening as we started telling people, and we started hearing the testimonials and people having these outrageous results. That's why you can make the money you make in this business. And I was going to talk a little bit about Amazon and the entrepreneurial spirit that we're in. I mean, we've always been that way in America, from farming, agriculture, and on. But I did want to talk a little bit about Airbnb and all this, the gig economy, just for a moment. It all started kind of with Amazon. And everybody says, well, you get Amazon, but think about the thousands, the hundreds and thousands of people that became affiliates of Amazon, or they were sellers on Amazon. They're the ones that are the big benefactors of Amazon becoming what it is. But remember that Airbnb, you've got to own a property. You've got to put a lot of money up to own that property in order to participate with Airbnb. If you're a Lyft driver or you're an Uber driver, don't forget you only have 8 hours a day. I mean, I don't know, maybe you have 12. But you're driving that car, and when you're driving that car, you can't be driving 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 cars at a time. I believe very, very deep in my heart, being in business and spending a lot of money on franchises and things like that, that this is the last bastion of the free enterprise system. It doesn't matter what your past is, it doesn't matter, what experience, what successes, what failures, it doesn't matter what your education is, it doesn't matter about anything except for sweat equity, being coachable, getting on the wagon and showing that ABC video and putting up a little bit of money for a big opportunity to improve people's health like Dylan and everybody else did. I mean, it's so important and it's so gratifying to free up and get free from their life. You know, even if you own a business, you know, you might make money, but you have the free time, and that's really the key here. So you've got an incredible product, unbelievable timing, phenomenal future ahead of us. You know, you almost have to put on shade. The future is so bright. So I want to thank all our guests. I want to thank Terry and Maria and everybody that made this all possible. And we'll see you on the beaches of the world. Thank you so much.
Dewey, real quick.
Yes.
Let's do what we were going to do. You guys, seriously, if you have a story or someone in your organization has a story, please, I mean, it could be a business story, it could be a product story. Please email me at Carrie, just my first name, Carrie, Carrie, at DickieClan, DickieClan like Nancy.com. Carrie at DickieClan.com. Let us know, you know, put your people forward. This is the kind of call that literally motivates people and reminds them that it's not about them. If we can remember, it isn't about us. It's about helping others. We are all people that feel more deeply connected to helping other people than to, you know, the big paycheck. I mean, we're all very excited about what it all means and what it can lead to. But at our core, we really, really want to be able to help people and fulfill missions here on Earth. And in doing that, the money follows. We know that. So, Stu, I just wanted to remind you, you know, that we wanted to.
Yeah, I thought about that. And in saying that, you know, I really, really appreciate you, you know, bringing that up. It's so important. And I had another thought, but it left me here temporarily. I'll probably pick it up and talk about it next week. But it's all about partnership, guys. Yeah. I think so much action, it's unbelievable. I don't know where I'd be